So Joe, can you tell me why you were upset about the selection of Trinity Ambulance as the EMS provider and the process that led to that selection?
Yeah, well, first off, don't get the impression I'm really knocking Trinity service, because I really am not. We've had Patriot Ambulance, which I've worked alongside with for, I don't know, they've been in town for over 20 years. I think the process is what aggravates me the most, probably. We did an RFP, which was the original RFP that our emergency management director had put together. That went out. They're telling me that Trinity didn't meet the RFP qualifications, so they thought it should have got thrown out because the financials and all that stuff weren't submitted. We have an EMS director who's been in the business for over 30 years. He's been our EMS director back over 20 years. He does a heck of a job. The guy has been, I mean, he was the go-to guy as far as any medical questions or apparatuses or any of that stuff. I mean, so, you know, to not take their recommendations in, I think it's like a slap in the face for them, because you had him, the EMS, who was also our emergency management director, our fire chief. They went over the RFP, they made their recommendations according to the different things that were in there, and they rated Patriot higher than Trinity. Well, that being said, I mean, we went to this MRI company, or the manager did. God only knows why. I have no idea, other than being able to blame someone else for what's happening or who he chose. But you had a company out of New Hampshire who, in my opinion, we have our own experts. Why we would pay money to go to someone else, a consultant, is beyond me. I just did not understand that. I mean, there is where, you know, the manager probably should have talked to the guys, should have talked to everybody before he made a decision. I mean, I've been hearing for a couple of months that it was going to be Trinity, and I goes, well, you know, I can just keep putting it off. I think everything's going to be done fairly and for everybody, but in this particular case, I think it was more a political decision because of who the owners of the company are friendly with or deal with. I can see no other reason. I really can't. And like I said, I'm very disappointed because I think the process was political and not what was best for the community. Everything you read is we haven't had any complaints on Patriot for over 15 years or so. I mean, I always try to look at both sides of it. I'm having a hard time with this one. I'm disappointed in the process.